You know what we should do? We should call Mama because I don't want to be too late. Let's call Mama. We're doing this segment tonight. We're like a moment with Mama. We're hoping that she's gonna school us all and tell everybody
how to make soup.
Yeah, how to make soup out of nastiness.
An errant onion.
She's so good though. She can school everybody, tell everybody to behave. And I don't have a I gotta make her a fun little spot. I haven't done that yet. So yeah, where to go? Do you have it? You got her number right there. Look we're just all sorts of fun tonight.
You can just clip out the Mama.
Oh snap! We should just do that. That'd be so awesome. A moment with Mama. Mama.
I need to make sure I'm typing the number right.
Oh, now I got that in my head. I'm gonna sleep with that tonight. And I'm gonna be waking up going.
You're welcome for my service.
Snap!
Oh, there you go. Perfect.
Let's just Frank. Yes.
Hello.
Hi, Mama. This is Alley Cat Chat. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, we are so good. We are so glad you would take our call tonight.
Oh, well, I'm so happy to.
Yes. Well, here's what we want. Here's what we want you to do because I don't know anybody else in Maple Valley that could school everybody on behaving and being nice human beings.
Say that again. I missed the very first part. It cracked up.
Oh, I think you might have, and you might need to turn. Cracked. You might need to turn down your computer. Do you have?
You know what? I'm on my phone actually, but you know what? I'm putting it on speakerphone because there's some kind of an echo.
Oh, there you go. There you go. That's better now. Now we can't
hear
it. Yes, I think that's. Doesn't that sound better?
Oh yeah.
Okay, that's awesome.
Okay.
So here's what we would like. We were wondering if you would give us a moment and school Maple Valley on how there's been a lot of discord lately. A lot of people are fighting and just being nasty. We would love for our mama, our favorite mama, our soup lady, to tell Maple Valley about a little kindness and maybe school us all on a little bit of, mama putting the hammer down, telling everybody to behave.
Oh. Well. Okay.
We go right to the top.
You little scoundrel. You little scallywag.
Hey, we're going right to the top. We're going right to where we know people will listen. Because who's going to disagree with Mama? Nobody.
No.
Nobody.
Oh. Well, I'm just one mom. But we all have to live together. We all have to get along and even if you don't agree with everybody. I had this little lady years and years ago tell me, I was still a teenager, and she goes, Virginia, that's my given name, okay? Oh. Virginia, if I don't like somebody, I'm very, very polite. And so if you don't like somebody, you don't have to say anything.
I love that.
Just be polite and go on your way.
Sometimes less words is better.
Amen.
Was it Thumper's mom or was it Flower's mom that said if you don't say
if you can't say anything nice, don't say nothing at all. I know exactly.
Don't say anything
at all. I know.
Oh, is that from something?
Bambi.
That's Bambi, isn't it? Yeah. Thumper. Oh. Was it Thumper that said that?
Really?
I don't know. I'm gonna.
I know. We're all laughing now. We're like, okay, somebody Google it because I think it is. I'm pretty sure it is.
You're gonna make me Google this.
I think it's Thumper. Oh, it might not be. Okay, so Jake's gonna Google that though. But yeah.
Oh, okay.
Holy cow.
So did the onion thing get all squared away?
Did the what?
The onion thing.
Yes, and here
did you have your onion chat?
Yeah. Do you want to hear what we did? See, we're bringing folks together. What we did was
it was Thumper.
It was Thumper. What we did was we set up and we're keeping our fingers crossed that this works. So the Maple Valley Onion Lady and Unsuspecting Steve are going to be meeting at Hometown Holidays to shake hands and show everybody that they can be friends. That's so cool. See?
That is very cool.
We're making friends here. That's what we're doing. We're just, we're bringing people together, making friends.
That is just awesome.
One onion at a time.
One onion at a time. Awesome. She, we did find out we were giggling. We asked her what she was going to make with that onion, and we kind of thought of you because we started laughing because we all took bets on it, and we were all wrong. She was actually making chicken noodle soup.
Oh, how convenient.
No kidding, right?
Good for her. That's awesome.
I think it was funny. Actually, it worked out really well. So tell us what you've been doing lately, though. Tell us all the cool things, and remind people how important soup ladies are, because they're so important, and they're so important to our first responders. And you're in the trenches. You know what's going on.
Well, I'll tell you, these guys and gals that are, doing their job every single day without, a lot of times without any thanks. And yesterday we were out feeding the first responders, and you can probably guess where we were at just by, and it was so cold out there, and it was hailing and snowing going through Enumclaw when we were on our way there, and the wind was blowing, and to be able to give somebody a hot meal and a hug, and we all can do that. You don't have to be a soup lady. You can be nice. You can be a comfort to somebody. You can be a bright light. You can take a minute and smile at somebody. And we all have different callings. I know my calling is to go and feed first responders, but there isn't a single person in our community that can't do something for somebody else. It costs absolutely nothing to be nice, to be kind.
And everybody's important. Everybody's calling is important. Right. Yeah.
I mean, my kids, I taught them from the time they were young, always look where the handicap parking is. And do you see a little old lady or an old man struggling to get their groceries from a cart into their trunk?
Oh.
And I taught them you jump out of the car, you go, you help them unload their groceries, and you put the cart away.
Oh.
And now I'm teaching my grandchildren that. So me and Pearly Girl were in the parking lot of some grocery store, and she goes, no, stop. And I stopped, and she jumped out, and she goes, she's 11 years old. She is my granddaughter. And this is the way I'm raising her. I mean, I'm not raising her, but this is the stuff I'm teaching my grandchildren. And my kids now, we've talked about it, and they said, yeah, if we didn't help, Mom would whoop our butts.
That sounds like my mom. Sounds like me now, too. I do the same thing
and
with my kids.
Maybe that's part of a problem. None of the kids get spanked these days.
No,
Sorry.
They don't. But they don't.
Any of you who are offended by that, but I believe in spanking, yes.
I believe in consequences for doing stupid things.
Absolutely.
Absolutely right.
Just you don't do dumb stuff without getting in trouble.
Which is why I have a new iPad.
See, I'm kind of cracking up about that a little bit. Yeah. But, it's so good. I'm so glad. You were, oh boy, talk about all God. I call these God kisses every once in a while when stuff just lines up in the right way, or the right person's like right in your path, or here's the right thing. It's been interesting this week. And I think that no matter what in our community, you can't have too many people that want to help, or that want to give, or that want to, try to provide help to something. And I've seen a lot of ugliness this week, and all in the name of giving. And I think that's what frustrates me so much, because just even that, just like you said, even that child taking somebody's cart back is equal to 100 people, raising thousands of dollars. To me, those are equal, because they're all heartfelt things that we do to help one another. So really there shouldn't be a competition on giving. We should just do that because we're human. We should just do that because that's what we're supposed to do.
It doesn't cost anything to do the right thing.
No, it doesn't.
I have people ask me all the time, why do you have to feed those people? Why do you have to feed the first responders? Well, I don't have to, first off. But I can do it. And so I do. And everybody... so you're at the store, pick up an extra pie,
right?
Take it to your neighbors. You know,
Exactly.
who knows, who of us knows all of our neighbors? Started at home. It starts at home.
Exactly.
And when yeah. So, yeah,
I
it all
like
starts
that.
at home. And now that I'm a mother, I'm a grandmother, I've got a dear, sweet husband that puts up with me taking off whenever I need to and stuff. But he understands the mission. He understands it. And, we all can do something out of our way, out of our comfort zone,
Right.
out of the ordinary thing we do day in and day out. We all know we need to do the dishes and we have our stuff that we need to do. But when we get a call, whatever I'm doing, I drop and I go out and I feed these folks, because we've made things. I make my life very flexible, and when I make an appointment or something, and I have to cancel it because we got called out,
Right.
that's just the way my life is. My bag is packed all the time. The truck is packed all the time, and I will tell you that. When I get a call, I drop everything because people are that important.
And you know
People
what?
are important.
You know what, Mama? Honestly, what makes you so amazingly beautiful and so important and such a gem is people don't know you're doing it, and you're not doing this for a big fanfare, and you're not doing this to get, be on TV or whatnot. You're doing this because you truly love these people. And I hope I don't know how, I wish I had a magic potion that could show people that that's how we should be, that it doesn't need, applause, that these are callings and these are just things that we do. And that's how we should do it. We should quietly. I mean, I love it because, of course, I'm going to call you and I'm going to ask you and I want to know all about it. And I'm going to hug you and I'm going to applaud. But I know that that's not your expectation and that's not why you do it. You do it because that's in your soul and that's just who you are. And I love that so much about you.
Nobody sees me.
Yeah.
Nobody sees me at 4 a.m. chopping 50 pounds of potatoes.
No kidding.
In my bathrobe, because somebody's got to do it, and not everybody is willing to do that much. But I will tell you that in our community, there are amazing, amazing people. And when I went and shared, our Maple Valley Rotary has supported Soup Lady since the very beginning.
Yes, they have.
And I'll tell you, they bought us that brand new truck. And I haven't got the graphics on it. I'm going to go and I haven't had 3 days where I could take the truck and get the graphics put on it, but I'm going to be doing it here in the next couple of weeks. But because this community has people that give excellence, I would have been happy with a used truck like we've always gotten, because our other pink truck has almost 200,000 miles on it.
Wow.
We've put a ton of miles on it. We go all over, and it racks up pretty fast, but they didn't want to give us a used truck. They wanted to give an excellent gift. And excellence is something that it isn't living in the biggest, most beautiful house or driving the fanciest car. It's about excellence is in your heart.
It is.
And the excellence that we can give, we give to others what we would give to ourselves or we would give to our family. And I think about that when I think about Maple Valley and the surrounding communities. We have got people who give excellence, and their voices, because they don't want everybody to know what they're doing. Their voices are not heard.
That's
but
true
the ones
philanthropy,
who
right?
have a
So
nasty,
unprofessional.
and they get their panties in a wad over stupid little stuff that has no eternal value. And when I go out on a chaplain call, or I'm talking to somebody who's lost a loved one, and I have to deliver this bad news to them, or I'm walking with them through this really awful day, I don't really care if you burn the top of your stupid pie. There's people hurting right now. And whether or not the shade of brown that you painted your floor is 2 shades off, and to have a cow over that, there's stuff that has absolutely no eternal value in this life. And the things that count are how much did you love and what are you going to be remembered for? That you had a pretty kitchen,
Right,
that you had a
right.
fancy car. But when you have your grandchildren crawl in your lap
Aw.
and I love you, Nona, that's worth $1 bazillion right
Of course
there.
it is. Of course it is. I love this eternal.
Yeah.
You gave. You hit. It's not another one of those God kisses because it's like eternal value.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing, and that's something that we all should be thinking about. It's like, okay, what is the eternal value? And it was funny because it's funny you should say that today. Adrienne shared a Bible verse with me, and it was about quiet charity. It was about quiet giving, and it was about, doing these things without fanfare. And then that is the truest sense of charity, and that's when it comes from our heart, because there's no strings attached.
Yep.
There's no
Yep.
there's no presumption of and don't get me wrong, I'm sure somebody's going to tear this apart, and they're going to tear me apart and say you're being a sour sport, but I'm really not, because I think every little gesture, every person that gives and gives of themselves is equally important. And I love that eternal value. We all need to think about that. That's that's
Yep.
profound. Oh, Mama, that profound. Boy,
Yep.
it really
Well,
is.
and if you want to quote a scripture, there's in one verse, the whole gospel is there. Love God, love others. That's it.
That's all she wrote. That's all she
That's
needs.
the whole
That's
thing.
it. No, you're right.
Right there.
Exactly. Right. Exactly. God, that's
Yep.
really good. See, you're perfect tonight. See, this was absolutely perfect, especially when we're coming up on
Aw.
Thanksgiving. And no, it's really good. And a lot, it's funny that, sometimes you see this stuff and you watch these little chaotic messes going on Facebook, and people are misinterpreting things, and they're like, they're blowing things out of proportion. And sometimes you need something to ground you, and you need something to reel you back in and remind you of what eternal value really is. And this was perfect. It was absolutely perfect.
Yep. And we can all be thankful. I'm just as happy snuggled up with my cat, which I'm doing right now. And I'm sitting here, I'm all by myself. There's nobody here, just me and the cat. And I am so grateful for my little dinky house I have now, my silly fish that are in the pond. But I love that I can share what I have, our patio in the front yard. People stop by. They'll just pull their car over and come over and sit with me. Sometimes I read books out there, but people stop in.
I love that.
We've forgotten how to be neighborly.
No kidding.
And stuff. And when I was down in El Paso after that big shooting down there, every night my daughter would text me a selfie with all of the people that would stop by in the evening. She'd take selfies and send them to me. Say, look who stopped by tonight.
That's a selfie I can get behind.
Neighborliness.
Yeah.
There's no know your neighbor. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. Share what you have. We have this silly little pond with the waterfall, and it just is a peaceful place, and we can make a sanctuary for people to come and be in and know that they're safe, and what they say is not going to go further than that. And just loving on each other and taking care of each other. We don't know how to be neighbors anymore. You go in your four walls, you have your kids, and it's us four, no more. We don't want anybody else in our life.
That's so true.
And that's got to stop.
I agree.
That's got to stop.
I agree. I don't know how to do it. I wish I had. And I think that's what I've been thinking about a lot this week, and watching some of the chaos.
Well, maybe you need to come over to my house and stop in, and I will show you. And anybody else who wants to learn how to be neighborly, come to my house, and I will show you neighborly.
I love that.
There you go.
I love that. And we just love you so much, and we appreciate you so much. And you are the epitome of everything that people should strive to do in their own lives, and that's part of your calling. It's not necessarily just feeding, which is important, and feeding the soul and these wonderful, amazing people is truly important. But you're feeding more than that. You're feeding people love, and you're giving it to them a little bit at a time, and it's like, I think it's bigger than maybe you even realize, because you radiate that. You radiate love. And the funny thing you mentioned earlier, funny thing.
Yes.
Kelly,
I love them so much.
I do too. Well, I'm just going to I'm going to have a little brag moment here, because Kelly Hand, who helped a lot, that's my cousin. And I adore
is
her.
it?
Yes, Kelly's my cousin.
Oh, I adore her too.
She is an incredible human being. The woman has the strength
Yes, she
and
is.
grace she's got she'll do it, man. She's one of those that's like, you get it done, and she gets it
Got
done.
such a humble heart, though.
She does.
Just humble heart.
She's amazing.
Yes,
I'm very
yes,
proud to call her my cousin.
That's so
Yeah,
awesome.
she's a cool gal. And the Rotary have been, I mean, it's incredible. And I think sometimes, we don't hear, and I guess this is part of the thing too, is we don't hear a lot about, I mean, we hear bits and pieces, but there's so many, in the Rotary and some of these, organizations that they're quietly doing stuff that some people don't even realize they're doing. So,
I know.
And they're doing good stuff, and
Look
they're doing good stuff all the time.
Foster camp,
Oh yeah, no
know,
kidding.
Foster camps, Vine
Yeah.
Maple Place, all of the people that volunteer in these places. How many people volunteer at all these different organizations?
Oh,
with,
absolutely.
Shelters and food bank, and holy cow.
Right.
I mean, there's so much. It only takes one person to lead, but
It
everybody
does.
could lead.
Well,
we don't
and-
all have to be people.
That's right.
You know?
Well, and I'll give a little shout out too, because we do have a food bank volunteer over 18 years. Miss Kim Darwin is a blessing that she's amazing. I mean, the woman has volunteered more hours than I mean, some people have been alive. I mean, she's another one of those that is a quiet giver, and of so great of her heart. She's given so much, and and it's kind of like that. And you know that you've got you've got ladies that are just, I mean, they will work to the bone to get stuff done.
Yep.
And
yep.
those are the people
And they
that
were
I'm thankful
standing in
for.
the mud up to their knees.
Absolutely.
To get to where we're going. I mean, they just. I want to say that the Soup Ladies have amazing volunteers.
Oh, they do.
I mean, and most of the people, like you said, really don't know half of what goes on, and a lot of stuff we can't even talk about, because the only thing we can ever talk about, and we can just say we helped at this or that. We'll post a news link, but if it's not on the news, if it's not on Facebook, it didn't happen. So I mean, we can't talk about a lot of this stuff, and not that we need to, but there's people that get supported out there in the field that you will never ever know. Oh man, I tell you, they have the hardest job ever. I just admire our first responders. I love them so much.
It's very amazing what they do every day. They have a heavy burden.
People.
That's a very heavy burden they carry home with them every night. And they do it, and they do it with grace. Well, listen, I am just going to say that on this Thanksgiving, on this 2019 Thanksgiving week, I am thankful for you, and I'm thankful for your heart, and I'm thankful that you found the calling that, knocked at your door, and that you had the passion to follow that, because it touches so many people. And I hope we can have more moments with Mama, because I think everybody needs a little moment with Mama. I really do. I think everybody needs to have a moment with Mama. But
you call anytime you want.
Thank you.
I'll be happy to chat with you.
And I'm happy I'm gonna come sit on your porch, because I love it. I love it. I
do
love that.
Do that. Message me, and I'll send you my address, and you come over, and we'll talk about hospitality.
I will.
Because it's almost becoming a lost art. Everybody reads Martha Stewart, but they don't do it.
They don't. No, and they need to. People need to get back to that.
Absolutely.
They truly do. Well, listen, thank you. We love you so much, and you have the best blessed Thanksgiving, and just know that you are truly loved.
Amen.
Alrighty.
Amen.
And we will,
Hey,
we'll
Mama.
Oh, look at Jake's from Not State Farm.
One last thing before you go.
Okay.
Our paths have crossed a few different times, but we've never been able to meet because we've been in different areas. I'm in emergency management.
He works for that big company.
Who is it?
This is Jake, not from State Farm. He's one of our Tomcats. And And yeah,
Okay.
he works for that big, the big that has like an F in it. But okay, anyway.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I just wanted to personally say thank you for what you do. Even though we, fortunately and also unfortunately, I've never had the chance to meet you, especially on things that have happened.
Well, then you need to come to our porch with me.
Yeah.
I'm down for that. Okay. But honestly,
you're invited to my porch.
what you said and what you do really resonates with people like me. That I'm not necessarily a first responder, but we're still out in the muck and doing things, and having people like you come and say thank you, and you guys are doing a great job and things like that. That is one of the best things that I hear when I'm out on something where you meet people where their house is destroyed, but yet they're still upbeat about it because, like you said, neighbors help neighbors, everyone's neighborly, they have that little bit of hospitality. And when you go out and you help us out, that's that extra shining light in all the darkness that we deal with. And I want to say thank you personally.
Oh, you two need to meet. You'd like
so
Jake.
Much.
You would love Jake.
Oh no, thank you. Seriously.
Okay, you guys just need to come over to my porch, okay?
It's a date. It's a
my
date.
My patio's open. I'm serious.
Oh, we're serious too. Okay. That's a date.
Oh yeah, I'll be there.
All right. Okay. All right. Happy Thanksgiving.
Okay, and God bless America.
God bless America, and God bless the Soup Ladies. We love you.
Bye, Mama.
Bye, Mama.
Love you guys.
Good night. Bye.
Bye.